Biden administration official has now, who has spoken to the foreign media, has said that channels of communication were open with Iran and the US had directly and indirectly made their stance clear to them. All right. Now, Mehendi Garg, my colleague, is joining me at this point of time on what the US has claimed in the latest as far as the diplomatic channels for communication which have been opened with Iran. Mehendi, in the latest, what we can understand is that the US at one point had tried to wash their hands of any involvement with the Israel's decision to carry out the precision strikes and the air raids, but at the same time saying that efforts have been made, in fact, earlier with opening up the diplomatic channels of communication with Iran.
Well, rightly said, Simran, because the Biden administration has indicated that the diplomatic channels with Iran is open from their side, even as tensions in the region continue. And also, the US officials have suggested that despite recent escalations, they are committed to preventing conflict and also promoting stability through the diplomatic engagement. And also, this approach is part of a broader strategy aiming at addressing security concerns in the Middle East, while also, managing the Iran's nuclear ambitions and also its influence over the regional actors such as the Hezbollah and also the other militant groups. And not only this, Simran, while the administration has refrained from direct formal negotiations with Iran, but it has leveraged intermediaries and also the back channel communications to relay messages and also signal intentions and clarifying the red lines between the two nations. And also the recent openness in communications has included exchanges regarding the situation in Gaza, where the US has urged Iran to de-escalate and also to avoid actions that could, further destabilize the area. And despite this dialogue, also, Simran, this administration remains cautious, to balance the diplomatic efforts with strategic military deployments to deter any potential Iranian aggression also. And it has also maintained a robust sanctions regime aimed at curbing Iran's nuclear activities also and limiting its economic approach. All the discussions regarding the revival of the 2015 nuclear deal remain stalled. But in summary, if we talk about, then Simran, the Biden administration has opened the communication channels with Iran, signaling a nuanced approach to the complex regional dynamics and also attempting to blend diplomacy with deterrence in a bid to manage the US interests and also to maintain regional stability between both the nations.
All right, Mehendi, thank you for sharing the latest. In fact, I'll request you to kindly stay on with us while we are also getting more breaking updates and developments that we are learning at this point as this escalation in fact grows further and as US also continues to give statements while we talk about the different departments. Now, my guest Sanjeev Srivastav in fact also joins me live on the broadcast. Sir, Israel has in fact given a new statement saying that I believe the complete thing that Israel has said is that, okay, all right, we have a statement coming from Iran which has in fact said against Israel that Israel is going to face proportional reaction. What exactly, in your opinion, this proportional reaction intends to, and how in fact Israel should be looking at it, while at this one point US has completely maintained its stand as and urged Iran to cease the attacks on Israel?
Well, this Iranian reaction to this Israeli response was expected, and some reaction, obviously, they will say in words. But as far as any kind of actions are concerned, I think that Israel, the kind of strike they have conducted a proportional, strike, the same kind of, response what Iran had done to Israel on October 1. So I think Israel has kept this response in limited fashion, and they have conducted strikes against the missile defense, missile production facilities, as well as air defense systems. And Israel is now saying that their operation is over. So I think this should close the case, and this is a kind of a draw, 1-1 since October 1 onwards. And I think Iran should not make a mistake to go ahead with another strike, because if you look at the statement by the United States of America's side, they have said it very clearly and warned rather that Iran should not think about any kind of retaliatory strikes after this Israeli strike on them, because that will have a very serious consequences. And the United States of America, from day one, from October 1 onwards, they have been saying that Israel has every right to defend, and whatever the Israeli response will be against Iran, United States of America will be coordinating with them. And I'm sure that in this Israeli strike, United States of America's military establishment was closely in touch with them, and they had all preparation done before going ahead with this kind of a strike. And obviously, as the reports are suggesting, that Israel not only had informed but rather closely, collaborated with this kind of a limited strike which they have conducted against Iran this morning. So I think this should not Iran should take it as a Israel's limited response, which they have said that it is a limited response. Only military sites in 3 provinces of Iran has been hit, and I think that is a very precise and targeted and limited operation which Israel has conducted. And Israel obviously has a bigger capabilities to strike deep in Iran, but United States of America had suggested always to Israel from October 1 onwards, even before that, that there any kind of a situation what Israel is in should not be dealt with in such a way that it leads to a state-to-state war or a full-blown war or regional war. So I think Israel has adhered to the advices which were given to them by United States of America, and they have kept their operation limited, and that should, as I said, close the case. And Iran should not think about any kind of another strike. Otherwise, it could, Iran might have, Iran will have to face after that severe consequences. That is for sure.
For more such videos, subscribe to the Newsx YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.